I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sakuno. Sakuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me, and I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief.
Bugger!
Tell me about Stefan.
Fletching? For one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time. You'll find he has quite a knack for that.
What is it, Jakey?
The Stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that.
Who has it?
It's a kind of game we play. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the man who has the ring.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I had my eye on it. Any idea where he put it? He definitely ain't got it on him.
Sorry, not a clue.
Look here. If you could get it back from him and bring it to me, I'll give you something for your trouble.
Sounds fair enough.
Latin insults. De fute futueo et cabalum tuum? What's it mean? Horse, that's fucking good. You're priceless, you are.
I dreamt I was in this wheat field. Must have been harvest time. The ears were ripe and golden. This hare hops up to me and says in a squeaky little voice, "Petter, your time has come. A lion's heart beats in your chest. You must fight for the village folk who know nothing of warfare, because only you stand between them and the great army."
A talking hare. That's a good start.
Before I can ask him which army he means, I hear a rumble behind me like thunder. I turn around and, sure enough, I see 16,000 riders charging towards me, each one carrying a spear as sharp as a wasp's sting.
How do you know there were 16,000?
I just knew. Anyway, just then my brother comes floating down from the sky with a halo around his head and angel wings on his back. And he says, "Come, let's write in the Book of Fate a few lines about burst snouts."
A regular cherub.
I pull out a wineskin and have a swig from it. Only it ain't wine, but some miraculous nectar that transforms me into an archangel in shining white armor. I shout out, "Quid pro quo," a vice versa, or something exalted like that in Latin. At that moment, my sword begins to glow like a blazing torch. But the riders don't even slow their pace. If anything, they gallop even faster. The closer they get, the better I can see them. The horses are black as pitch, and they have horns. I can't see the faces of the riders, 'cause they ain't got none, just empty helmets with their visors raised. Black souls without bodies. My brother flaps his wings and soars towards them. I go after him. I go faster and faster. The closer I get to the riders, the more my sword glows. Roar! I roar like a lion. I hack at the first warrior, and suddenly, everything stops dead. I can see only the sparks flying from my sword as it cuts through the air. Suddenly, the cavalry turns into one massive horned demon. I'm rooted to the spot. The beast reaches out with its claw towards me.
Good day, Henry.
And I wake up.
So, what is it you want me to explain?
Well, what do you reckon the wheat means?
How are things?
May I?
Yes, Fletch?
How shall I put it? I'm a little concerned about the prospects in these parts, Chief.
Oh, how's that?
I've been looking around, and if you'll pardon me, it seems to me that we've been stuck for a long time in the arsehole of beyond.
It's not Paris, France, I'll grant you.
What I mean to say is, I haven't got any new kit or arrows since the day Jakey joined us. It makes me uneasy, Chief.
I see. What about the rest of you?
I don't know what Fletch is moaning about. There's plenty of booze and loose wenches nearby.
Not to mention fools in the taverns who don't know when to stop rolling those dice.
Dangler?
It's the arsehole of beyond everywhere we go. And it always makes me uneasy.
Jakey?
Fletch can complain. I was supposed to get a suit of armor, and all I got was a shitty kettle hat.
Sorry, but they don't do hauberks in girls' sizes.
Oh? Well, how did you get yours then?
All right, I appreciate your honesty, lads. Don't worry, there will be plunder. We're here to fight.
Worthless trinkets. Not even Fletch could flog this lot.
Apart from the mounted ones, there were some men on foot too. Well weighed down.
Well, they can't move too fast then.
No, and what's more, they left a trail of blood. One or more of them might be wounded. Either that, or they dragged off some poor bastard from here.
Nice work. Thanks. They went this way.
What's the matter? Come on!
Is that the best you can do?
I'm going to enjoy this.
I mean, lad, do you know how you lot about it,
This is something else, sir. We found a shield there with a crest. A tricolour star on a blue field.
I know that coat of arms, unfortunately. It's the House of Zool.
There was a letter there, too.
Show it to me. Although I think I already know what it will say.
If you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah, let 'em get well soaked, and then go and chop 'em up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
Ah, I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns. Oh, dear God.
Up for a game?
Always. I've got some nice little items to wager. What do you say?
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine embroidered hat. The shield's got the Rickfald crest. A nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battering. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece. And then there's this noble hat. It's not a lot of use on the battlefield, but if you want to look elegant around town, it'll certainly make a big impression on folk. And the girls will be fainting at your feet.
Well, from the sounds of it, with a hat like that, I could rule the world. I'll play you for it.
All right, but what will you wager? You'll have to make it worth my while. After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
That's a charming story. Not exactly bard material.
No, you don't get it, Kuno. She was very grateful.
Zastubi device potoki vina, nesmenic nesemezi svima, nesmenic neska se slavi, příteli pijem nestřelaj na hlavy. Hej! Ženský a přítele plemeno hady, puść si je k sobě a ona tě zradí. Sice tě bojí,
He ain't dead, you'll soon wish he was. Look at Kuno's face.
Aye, I've seen that look before.
At that ford by Yelava,
5 or 6 winters back.
where we were lying in wait for that treacherous sister of his and her cronies.
And can you tell me where he might be?
No, I can't. He's a guest. And if I went mouthing off to anyone who came by about who was here and what they were doing, it wouldn't do my reputation much good. The girl's father was here with her, a merchant.
Yeah, give me a
As soon as he noticed she was gone, he went off to look for her. You might meet him.
All right. Thanks. You can go, all right? You can go with me to the Rat-Eye jailhouse. I promised to untie you. I didn't say a word about what would happen after.
Don't take offence. And let's go and deal with Hagen.
So it seems that we're evenly matched.
Sir, I'm afraid the news I bring is not good. Kuno is dead. Hagen's men killed him.
Oh, Christ have mercy. What about the rest?
I don't know what happened, but without Kuno, they'll all be scattered by tomorrow.
God almighty. At least there's a silver lining.
How's that, sir?
Hagen's brother, Nicholas Zul, was taken captive by the Lord of Colditz. His messenger came to me today. He wanted to ask me, as the royal hetman, what he should do with him.
And what will you do?
I'll have to advise him to let Nicholas go, which won't be good news for the Lord of Dubber, whose estates he'll surely pounce on. I'll draft a letter to Hagen explaining the situation. I'm sure he'll drop his feud in exchange for his brother's freedom.
But they're criminals. Hagen and all the Zuls. You'll make enemies.
The Zuls were fighting in Moravia on the side of Prokop of Luxembourg, which makes them possible allies against Sigismund. Considering everything that's going on, no one will doubt the wisdom of my decision.
Will it be enough to persuade Hagen to leave?
I have no doubt of it. The Zuls are a close family. They've little left but each other after what happened to them.
So it all turned out well in the end?
Yes and no. Sir Andrew of Dubber has been my ally for years. Once he finds out what happened, that'll be the end of our alliance. In the end, this whole affair has cost me more than I ever expected. Don't be so modest, lad. Since that catastrophe at Skalitz, I don't have many people left that I can rely on. Best go and rest now.
Thank you, sir.
I suppose I have a soft spot for the little fucker. Well, what's to be done? It was his own stupidity that killed him.